Have you ever clicked a link or visited a website, trusting it completely, only for something unexpected or malicious to happen? It feels like an invisible intruder, doesn't it? Especially when your data or session is compromised. Cross-site scripting, often abbreviated as XSS, is a common web security vulnerability that allows attackers to inject malicious client-side scripts into web pages viewed by other users. This means that instead of exploiting the web server itself, XSS attacks target the users of a web application directly, tricking their browsers into executing harmful code. The core mechanism behind an XSS attack lies in the browser's trust. When a web application fails to properly validate or encode user-supplied input, an attacker can insert a script, typically JavaScript, into the web page. When another user's browser loads that page, it innocently executes the malicious script because it appears to originate from the trusted website. These injected scripts can then access cookies, session tokens, or other sensitive information retained by the browser and used with that site, potentially even rewriting the HTML content of the page. There are primarily three types of XSS. Reflected XSS occurs when the malicious script is not permanently stored but is immediately reflected back to the user from the web server, often via an error message or search result. Stored XSS, considered more dangerous, happens when the malicious script is permanently saved on the target server, for instance in a database, and then delivered to other users without proper sanitization. DOM-based XSS is unique because the vulnerability exists in the client-side code itself rather than the server-side code, meaning the attack payload is executed due to modifications of the document object model, or DOM, environment in the user's browser. To guard against this threat, developers must diligently implement robust input validation and output encoding. Input validation ensures that user submissions conform to expected formats and contain no suspicious characters, while output encoding converts potentially harmful data into a safe format before it is displayed on a web page. A powerful defense is also the strategic implementation of a content security policy, or CSP. CSP is an added layer of security that helps detect and mitigate certain types of attacks, including XSS, by specifying trusted sources of content that the browser is allowed to load. Understanding and actively mitigating XSS vulnerabilities is paramount for anyone involved in web development and cybersecurity. It transforms the often abstract concept of web security into tangible preventative measures, protecting user data and maintaining the integrity of web applications against a prevalent and tricky form of digital attack.
If this helps you fix faster, like, subscribe, and keep debugging with us.